Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna just make a video kind of explaining like how I received this apartment. Okay, behind me at 19. Y'all, I'm 19. Never had any prior credit history at all. None of that above. First time. It's more first time in Africa. Okay, out of the country. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of like sit down and have a little talk with you guys, because I think it's very important to realize we all can do anything we put our mind to. Okay, but more so, it's all about trusting God. I am 19 years old. I was born 2004. Okay, and this is my first apartment ever in Africa, and how I got it was by God. Like, that's really all it is. But God gave me this place. I'm tell you my little testimony, my little story on how I got this apartment. But first I went to study abroad. What is going on back there? And you guys know when you study abroad is when you study a major that you are majoring in, which I'm majoring in dance. You are going abroad to another country, to another university as an exchange student. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Is I'm studying in another country, which is University of Cape Town. That's kind of like the basis, and I've always wanted to like study abroad. I wanted to travel. Okay, whenever I got to my home university, which is University of North Carolina at Greensboro, UNCGG. Well, before freshman year, it was junior year of high school. I just wanted to travel. That's based on what I wanted to do: travel and dance. Okay, so. And I wrote that in my junior research essay project. And then once I got to college, I realized that my home university had a study abroad program. Waited freshman year, second semester, spring semester. That's when I actually was looking into traveling and studying abroad. So I didn't have my passport. Okay, this is my first time out the country, y'all. This is my first time at the country. So I had to get a whole passport, okay? And the whole time, I was stressed out getting a passport. I did not get my passport the first time because there was a little bit delay and a little bit confusion with the process of applying. So I was supposed to apply in Greensboro, where my home university has a passport office, a U.S. Passport office, but that didn't go through. So I had to reschedule that and apply for my passport and where I residently live, which is Charlotte, at another university, which is UNCC. Yeah, I got my passport loosely. I think that was I tried to get my passport between April and May. Got it in May, and then it finally arrived, thank God, somewhere in August. Okay, but that's not the end. Okay, the whole time, I would say, I was just praying. I was praying. Okay, for everything to work out so smoothly. Every prayer, every night. God, I pray that this application process for study abroad or my passport goes smoothly. So everything did go smoothly. Okay, thank the Lord. It was a little bit more trouble, I would say, because there's always going to be some type of attack. Okay, the devil do not want you to win. The devil do not want you to walk in God's purpose. I got my passport, but my birth certificate was lost in the mail. So I had to order a whole new birth certificate, okay? And that was August. And Lord, 2023 fall was a mess. freshman year was a mess. You can look at my recent YouTube video. That's when I kind of applied for study abroad. The application was open in September, or no, I think it was due in September. And then, so after I got accepted to University of Cape Town and everything, I finally got my visa. Already the process itself, if you guys know, getting your study visa is not as hard, but just the application for it is a lot. It's very tedious. You have to get like your birth certificate, which I did not have at the time, so it's more extra layers to it that kind of aggravated me. But I got through it because by the grace of God. Like that's really how it is. I had to go to New York to get my visa, my study visa, and the process for that was already a lot too. It was my fault. I was rushing too much. But when I was in New York, I went to the appointment. I wrote down my wrong mailing address. Okay, so I was stressed out, but good thing I was there for a week, because I knew whenever I booked like the appointment and how long I was going to be there and my plane ticket and everything, I planned to be there for a week. So I was like, let me just book it for a week, for just in case any errors go wrong, and I can just go back and I don't have to like too much going on. But yeah, I wrote down the wrong email address, and I called. The good thing, I didn't have my housing accommodation, but the U.S. consulate, or the South African consulate, just gave me an email to email them back my housing. Okay, so like again, I didn't have housing, but they gave me an email. So good thing I had that slip of email. I emailed them and saying, hey, I wrote down the wrong email address. They corrected and everything was smooth. But like for the housing, more so for the housing, that was hard because it was supposed to be a certain deadline for the housing. Because with getting your visa, you have to have a plane ticket with the application as well. You have to have a plane ticket. You also have to have the housing, your landlord and everything. And with University of Cape Town, where I'm studying, you have to get your own private accommodation. The school don't provide you with that for international students, which it kind of sucks. That's baseline how it all is. So I had to get my own housing, and this was my first time getting a whole, like, getting adjusted to apartment searching. Apartment searching is kind of rough because first you're gonna have to have credit, which I didn't have. I was just getting my credit card. I'm using a secure card. Yeah, so I didn't have credit history. I didn't have a credit score, none of that. None of that. And I'm 19. My advisor, my study abroad advisor from the International Student Office recommended me a student accommodation here in Cape Town. I looked over the place and I applied to it. Wasn't thinking nothing of it. But I got denied. And I applied again and I got denied again. I'm like, what is going on? Like, why am I getting denied? So I asked them like, hey, I keep applying but I keep getting denied. Like, what's going on? And it was like, every time I applied, like, I was applying for the wrong dates. But like, on my end, I'm applying for the right dates. So it probably got an error on their end. So I took that as a sign. God was telling me, Karina, stop, because you're trying so hard to get this accommodation. This is not where I placed you. I placed you somewhere else, okay? So I went on YouTube because I was so frustrated, okay? Because you don't know how hard it is to reach somebody in South Africa while you're in America, because the time difference is a 7-hour time difference. So every time you're up, they're down. Every time you're up, they're asleep. Okay, so you have to like wake up like at 3 a.m. just to get on the phone with them. You literally have to lose sleep. So, and then they suck at responding. So the accommodation, I left it be. So I went on YouTube. I saw like a apartment testimony, how God gave her an apartment. And I was just looking at it. I wasn't really thinking nothing. I was like, dang, only if God did the same thing to me. Little did I know. I was watching a video, and then I don't know, the Holy Spirit just came onto me when I was watching that video, because the way, like, how I envisioned my apartment to looked like. God told me, like, envision what your apartment you want yourself to be in. Like, do you want to be in this type of apartment? I was just imagining, like, and I was looking at hers. I'm like, I want to be like that. I want to be like this. And I was thinking, like, the type of apartment I want to be in. I'm just placing myself in there. So my vision came into, like, me searching on Google, like, apartment accommodations for students in Cape Town, near University of Cape Town. I saw on Google, and the first thing was, like, just a list of accommodations. Okay, I was looking through it, but I was like, okay, and I had a price range. Okay, I had a price range. So I looked at this one specific one, and it looked like my vision, what I had in my head. I was like, oh, this is nice. This is what I was thinking. So I clicked on it, and, like, it was right where it needs to be. It was like an 8-minute walk from my school. It was by the right resources and food, restaurants, everything I needed. Okay, everything was walking distance. I'm saying everything about the apartment is what I needed. It's what I needed. Okay, it might not be what others needed, but it's what I needed. So, and I applied, and immediately got an answer from the landlord, probably 2 hours later. He hooked me up, and then we communicated back and forth, and that's how I got it. And got my visa, everything went smooth. Okay, and then now I'm, like, actually, like, thinking this is where I'm supposed to be, because I do not know, I'm a dance major, so where I'm at is, like, the center of all the arts, if that makes sense. Around where I live is, like, a lot of art things going on, and I'm thinking, like, wow, God knew. Like, I'm literally right by my building where all my classes are. I'm by certain areas where it's meant to be for me. Like, it's just crazy. That's pretty much my story. What I encourage other people to do is to let go and let God. Don't try to control certain situations. Because I know for me, I have a hard time letting go and letting God, which I'm still working on. But, like, and I'm still working on my trust with God. It's just certain things I'd be like, oh, I don't know if it's going to work out. Is it going to work out? I don't know. Like, it's just something I need to work on. But I would recommend you all to let go and let God, because God always has something better for you. Okay? I was really forcing certain situations with, let's say, getting a certain accommodation because I wanted to, like, live a certain lifestyle. I was limiting myself. That's the word. I was limiting myself from what I potentially can have. I didn't know I can have this place. Like, I didn't know I can have this place. I was limiting on what my dreams were. This apartment is what I asked for, like, specifically. I wanted a roommate. Okay, I didn't want to live by myself. I don't know, dangerous for me as a young lady traveling around. I needed to have some type of company or somebody who is familiar with the area, who's a local. I wanted to be somebody who knows Cape Town. God blessed me with that. God blessed me with a roommate that is a local. Look at God. And I did not know who my roommate was until I landed in walk through that door and they say, hey, it's your roommate. She introduced me and I was like, wait, this is what I asked for God for. Like, what I'm telling you guys, God has a lot for you, and you need to trust that he's going to get you there. Okay, you might go through some wonky times that it may look like a little sketchy, but like I'm telling you, it's a reason why you're going through this, because at the end there's a light at the tunnel. Always a light at the tunnel, of the dark tunnel. You just have to trust God. That's what it is, because I trusted God with this place. I didn't chose this place, God did. I didn't know I was getting to myself into, but I trusted God that this process was going to work. Okay, I didn't have no money. Yeah, I'm 19. I don't even have a job. And I got this place. I don't really know how to describe it. I mean, I have money saved up. You just gotta trust God, and God will make things work. I'm listening here. I will repeat this to myself to the day I die. I went to Africa and got an apartment at 19 with no credit at all. Look at that. God will do a lot of blessings in your life. You just gotta let him do it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up. Share to other people who need this type of advice, encouragement, type of hope, faith. Always have faith. Okay? Always have faith. And I'll continue to tell my testimony throughout this channel, because my testimony is pretty long, and I'll probably repeat some areas in my life. I might mention some areas you may not know. But that's really essentially the whole part of me getting this apartment is God. God. You probably clicked on this video to expecting like, oh, she must be a really hard worker. She must be doing social media, like promotions, and she's an influencer. Nah. I mean, hey, that's the goal. I'm just kidding. But like, it would be nice, but that's not really how it works for me. And yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. And alright, see ya in the next video.